Hey friends, Cowboy Joe Boo here with the Joe Boo Report. Well, ESPN is coming out with their preseason power rankings. Well, I got to tell you, there's nothing really more meaningless than a preseason ranking. Now, they've got the Dallas Cowboys at 13th, they've got the New York Giants at 17th, and the Washington Redskins at 18th. Now, let's go to the tape and see what they're talking about.
Had a hand in these power rankings. There was a panel of over 100 folks. He joins us now, and we'll walk through your thoughts on the top 20 and start where you will, Field.
I think the highest ranked team that sort of surprises me, Wendy, is the Dallas Cowboys at number 13, specifically because that puts them ahead of both the Giants and Washington. Objectively speaking, you can look at the Cowboys roster and say that the defensive end spot is as big of a hole as you will see at perhaps any position across the 32 teams in the NFL. If you can't rush the passer, that puts significant pressure on your secondary. The Cowboys have a couple of intriguing pieces in their secondary. Byron Jones, their top pick last year, being one of them. But really, the secondary is not good enough to hold up to make good on the issues they have at defensive end.
What about the Ravens? Baltimore, just a spot ahead of the Cowboys. Does that surprise you?
It does, and here's the reason why. You've got teams 6 and 7, the Bengals and the Steelers, ahead of them. Presumably that makes them playoff teams. Baltimore's schedule alone, just because of their division, is going to be difficult. Last year, this team obviously dealt with injury issues, but I also want to see how quickly this offense can come together, and they too are relying on age at critical positions, specifically pass rusher Terrell Suggs and wide receiver Steve Smith, because we still don't know when Brashad Perriman's going to be ready for this football team.
Tim, if this were your top 20, would we have the Redskins at 18?
No. I mean, I certainly would have them in front of the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, I don't know how the Cowboys, A, are in front of them, B, are that far in front of them. I mean, the Redskins, I think the Redskins got better. They won the division a year ago, and I think they improved, on both sides of the ball. Kirk Cousins had another chance to be a starter, continue to play at a high level. That one surprised me. The Raiders all the way up there at 11 too. That's pretty impressive.
That's high.
That's a big jump.
Listen.
Yeah, exactly right.
It always means something.
Listen.
Coming.
That's way too rich for my liking as far as Oakland. I mean, listen, I like Oakland. I think they're right there. They could possibly contend the AFC West, but having them at number 11 right now, no. Baltimore at number 12, you're depending on, like you said, Phil, a bunch of old guys coming off major injuries in that AFC North division. That's too high. Dallas, we don't even know who's lining up for Dallas on defense. Like, it might be the JV squad on defense for Dallas. Washington, to me, is just getting disrespected.
Yeah.
Well,
I think Washington's gotten better.
We go back to that AFC West, 8, 9, and 11. So
Something's got to give.
something's got to give there.
We have seen a couple of years ago this division did produce 3 playoff teams. San Diego was the 3rd playoff team. Oakland was not part of the playoff mix. But it's very difficult to have 3 competitive teams in the same division possibly winning 10 or 11 games.
But this isn't to say who's going to win 10 or 11 games. This is
the best teams.
These are the strength of the teams. The teams
I
are
agree.
the best.
But still, I just feel like...
Wait a second. We have a ranker that's not sure about the rules.
No, you're right, Tim. You're right. But isn't in the season a big part of the rankings going to be the
He doesn't play well in
record?
the
Well, I'm
season.
just
In
trying
case
to...
you didn't know.
It's not about playoff teams, right?
Well,
team
but
got
that's not true in a way, because if
But it's about the
these
good
teams
teams.
play, well,
Listen, if 5 plays 1, you think 1...
Listen, let me ask you this. If I said to you, I'm enough with him. If I said to you, Matt Ryan has the best season of his career by far, doesn't that change things entirely for the Atlanta Falcons? Don't they jump
Way up. I mean,
way
we've
up on
seen
this
peak
list?
Matt Ryan in
It's a big
previous
if, I see you,
seasons.
but-
And this team has been one of the... There was a time where people thought they would be a Super Bowl favorite in the NFC just a handful of years back. If Matt Ryan eliminates red zone turnovers last year, Atlanta might have been in the playoff mix given their start last season. They were red hot coming out of the gates. The roster's a work in progress. Defensively, if they can get better at pass rusher and also get some production from rookie linebackers, Atlanta could be much better this season than 8-8.
All right, Oscar, you have anything else to say?
What, I mean, Oscar, I just
Ouch.
think he was talking about playoff teams.
One last thing for me.
Okay, go ahead, Damien.
Houston and Indianapolis. I mean, if you look at rosters,
Yeah,
come on, I'm not feeling Indy.
Right.
Yeah, why are you getting on me about being negative? He's just trashing teams right now.
Yeah, but you're trashing us. All right, we'll be back. Coming up.
Well, so they think that the Dallas Cowboys are ranked too high and the Washington Redskins are being disrespected. Well, if you actually go by the numbers, which is something I traditionally do, you'll know that the NFC East has not had a repeat champion since the 2003 and 2004 season when the Philadelphia Eagles did it. And with the Redskins playing that big boy schedule with teams like Green Bay, Carolina Panthers, and other division leaders, chances are they're not going to repeat. So I can understand why they have the Dallas Cowboys higher than them, as well as the New York Giants, who really, they're a train wreck. But we'll see as the season plays out. As always, friends, thank you for watching, and remember, click over on the Sean Lee over in the corner. Yep, that's me and Sean Lee. Click on that so you can subscribe to the Joe Boo Report. I'm Cowboy Joe Boo, and have a great day.